and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it is Kit Up a Diamond Painting time. So I have very recently finished Auraloa's Fox Woman, which was a large round painting. So for anybody that's watched for a while, I do have a decision wheel with different types of diamond paintings. So it has a small square, a small round painting, which tend to be 30 by 40 or smaller. It has large round painting, large square painting, which tend to be the ones that I store in a box or keep in their box. It has special diamond paintings, which I have a few, and then it has the oldest painting in my stash. Now, 4 of those have already been chosen. I only have large square and special diamond painting left. Now, if and when the decision wheel picks a special diamond painting, I will be getting one out, but I don't tend to kit those up. I don't put the diamonds separately and all the rest. I tend to do it as sort of a project one night when I fancy something that's a little bit of a change. So we will be kitting up a large square painting today. The reason I still have this decision wheel up is the question is, will I also have a special diamond painting on the go or not? And then once this has all been done, the wheel will be reset for my next painting once my large square one is finished. So question is, are we doing a special one or are we going straight into a large square? We are kitting up a special diamond, or not kitting up, we are picking a special diamond painting. So that's the only reason I had that one up. So my special diamond paintings, I have all here on a wheel. Let me just check, do I have no repeating result? So I don't want a result to repeat because I do only have one of each of these special diamond paintings. So the question is, which one am I going to do at some point while still working on this one? Flower Girl. So let's grab one of these down first. I have all my small diamond paintings, or smaller, on these, and because I've not had the specials out for a while, it's at the back. There it is. So let's pop these 2 back up because it's the safest place for them in this craft room. And we want Flower Girl. So say I don't have many at all, but I do have just a few. Do I have Flower Girl? Oh, have I already done Flower Girl? Or have I? Oh, okay. We're spinning again. I don't have Flower Girl. I would check the list of what I've got, and I will do that later. But then it always... There we go. When I check the list or edit the list, it will then throw up an advert. And I need it to pick my large square diamond painting. So let's not have adverts that aren't the standard ones that YouTube may throw in. Okay, so I've got Peacock for my special diamonds. Are just stored in here alongside some toolkits that haven't been passed on yet. And the way I like to do special diamond paintings, as I say, is I tend to do them either in one sitting or maybe 2, but I will open a bag of diamonds or gems and just do everything for the whole bag. And then I will just throw whatever's left in a baggie. And pop them wherever they need to go afterwards. These do actually have DMC numbers, so I will be sure to keep some stickers with this so that I can de-kit it into my normal stash. But I am doing a special diamond painting sort of on the go. So now let's get to the real deal. Which large square painting should I do? Have you seen the amount of options I have on here? I have checked this. I have added on my recently unboxed Happy Days Aura Lower. That one has gone into my stash. I do also have some sections that are by manufacturer. So I have Dreamer Designs, Free Square, Diamond Art Studio, Diamond Art Club, Aura Lower and Carrot Art. And what that means is if it picks one of those, it needs to be that manufacturer, but I get to pick which one. And then if it picks the Free Square, which is completely free, that means I get to pick what painting I'm kitting up. I'm actually kind of hoping it doesn't pick that because I haven't got one in my head. But if it does, I'll pause you for a minute and we'll figure it out from there. So, I always get excited when it's this part. Let's see what large square painting we are kitting up today. What do we go? Oh, Diamond Art Studio On the Last Day. I know which one that is. It's always a good sign when I know which one that is, straight up. And it's actually near the front as well. Let me get this bad boy opened so you can see. This is actually a bigger one. So this is a 50 by 70. So this one will take me a bit to complete. We do have some confetti. I've already cut the picture out, can you tell? I've cut the picture out of it already. Let me just, you know when I'm like, I know which one this is, and then I go and double check that I have definitely got the right one. Yes, it is. It's definitely this one. It's definitely this one. So this one is by the artist Idris, Hafsa Idris. I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right, but we have what a gorgeous amount of confetti in this. And do you know what I'm very, very tempted to do is, sorry, that's my doorbell. That's the dog coming back in from a walk. No, actually, I'm going to leave it. I was very tempted. This does have 5200 AB. So this is AB. And these scatterings are AB. And I was very tempted to change these scatterings for rhinestones. But I do think it may have too much of a feel of Cosmic Trip. So I'm going to leave it as this. I actually think I know what cover paper I'm going to do with this as well. But first things first, how many colours do we have? We actually have 4 AB and we have 44 colours in total. So I don't think I can use my Elizabeth Ward for that. I was kind of hoping that I could use my Elizabeth Ward. But it says it has 45 pieces and that includes the tray and the lid, I think. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Now I've got to a bit I can't see. I can never remember how many are actually in this storage. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 42. I didn't think I could. So that has got 42 in it, which I need to note that down somewhere, which means that won't work. So I think I'm going to go from one of my Old Faithful. I'm going to go for my non-patterned, but the reason I'm going for my non-patterned is because these are the larger bowls, larger plastic bottles, and there are some colours in here that have a lot on it. Got some gorgeous AB colours though. Look at all that 5200 AB and the red and the grey and, as I say, that blue. Beautiful. Okay, oh, we're on the old style stickers on this one. So they have recently changed manufacturer. I say recently, it's actually been quite a while. It's probably been close to a year. And their stickers now come in one complete strip. But this painting is from before the change, which means the stickers come in 2 individual pieces, which is actually perfect if either, one, you're somebody that doesn't pay attention to the number anyway and isn't bothered, but 2, it's kind of nice if you have really small storage, you know, when you sort of fill it up as you go along. It can be handy, you know, to be able to fit it into your bottles in 2 little pieces. But I do prefer the new stickers because placing everything down twice is, of course, more work. But we're going to roll with it. So I'm placing them down in DMC order to start. I will have a mess about with my symbols and things later on, once it has been kitted up, and I will put the symbols in a way that makes sense while I'm diamond painting. But it makes sense to have them in DMC order when I am kitting up, because if I didn't pull all the diamonds out of this while doing an unboxing video, which I don't think I did, they will pretty much be in the right order, in the order of the DMC numbers, but we shall see. Do you know what, I should just get my tweezers for this, because sometimes I think it's easier with tweezers, or maybe it's not. No, I'm struggling. All right, hang on there. Oh no. Okay, if I took a minute and took a breath, it might be easier, but I'm actually quite excited to do this one. I have loved the colours in this one. It's nowhere near like the same as Cosmic Trip, apart from the fact that it's sort of outer spacey. Completely different pieces of art, but both so stunning. That yeah. I think I've seen one person complete this one, or one completed picture of this one so far. I know more than one person's done it, but I only remember seeing one completed picture, and it looks just as good. So we're going to get this kitted up, because then I have a painting to work on in the background of June Waffle. So I will still, of course, be doing my June Waffle painting. But sometimes I get to diamond paint more than June Waffle. In fact, because I now tend to film, or because June Waffle is classed a bit as my filming time, I still very much will quite often have my evenings to diamond paint anyway, and this will now be the painting that I work on in that time. So you'll have to join me for the first Sunday waffle after June Waffle, so the first Sunday in July, and you will be able to see the update, the progress on this one. I think my last round one may have taken me a couple of months to complete. So this one is likely to take a while to get fully completed, especially because it is getting to the summer. Quite often I find that I don't get as much time to diamond paint in the summer. I think it's just because the evenings are lighter for longer. I end up and doing stuff for longer. when it's lighter. I've just noticed that I screwed up that sticker because I caught the corner of that one. I'll sort out the corner of that one afterwards. But we don't want that. We want space for these to go away. I'm also thinking I may start working on this diamond painting from the bottom up, because I'll be working on it on my drafting table. I'll be getting it set up on my drafting table as soon as I've finished kitting it up. But I have decided what cover paper I'm putting with it. As soon as I've opened it and seen the actual painting itself, I'm kind of like, yes, that one will suit. So by all means, have your guesses down below as to which you think I'm going to do. But let's start with the ABs because I have already pulled those out. And let's get these in. So these bottles actually store quite a bit more, probably about 1.5 as to the normal bottles in the other cases, which is why I wanted to use this for this one, because there are a few colours that there's quite a lot of, and it can sometimes just help me to not use loads and loads of extra bottles for extra colours. I'm going to have to use some, and that's fine, but I don't want to use a bucket load of them, because I'd like for everything to fit in the one case. Would be nice. I think I'm going to have to put some 5200 in another one though. Oh, we've got a little bit of static on this one. Let's grab my kitting up tray actually. So this is my no lines tray. I'll probably be using this for the bigger piece. Well, I'll be using a smaller one of these for my special diamond painting for the smaller pieces. But this is actually going to fit close to the whole bag, which is 16.13 grams. I don't like to overfill though, so we may end up having to go into 2 bottles for this. Oh, there's a little bit of static, but it's not too bad. Just a smidge. I can handle just a smidge. Oh, I bashed the bag a bit too much and knocked it completely off. But hey, that's what my tray is for. It's caught most of them. It's not caught all of them, but it's caught most of them. Okay, so they're all out the bag. Now I'm just going to scoop these up, and I'm going to scoop them off my table and into my tray. And then, because there's so many that I've dropped, I'm going to use the spout. When I don't have too many, so when it's only a couple, I often use the corner of the tray to tip them in instead. Okay, so I need some stickers. So I have stickers here. I've had a pen out for a very recent video that I've done. Oh, and that's why I didn't actually put it away properly. Okay, so we've got 5200 AB. 5200 AB. And I'm still going through my sheets of stickers from last year's Advent, of which I have a few. Okay, on to the main event. Now, I do have a lot of 939. I've obviously pulled those out when I've been doing the video. but I don't want to bag those up first because there may be more in there. So we go in from this far end, and it is actually in sort of backwards order of DMC. We do have a little bit of static to deal with, but it doesn't seem too bad. We shall see how bad. If it's going to be a pain, then I will get out the dryer sheets. And I am trying to get as many as I can into the pot because it's easier to try and get them in than to put them on something else plastic which doesn't help with static to then try to get them in, because they do tend to want to stick to the tray because of said static. So let's see if I can get them to the corner and then knock them out into there. And they will calm down. They do tend to calm down after a bit. Oh, this one's fine. That was just me. To be fair, if any of them do have static, it is quite literally a tiny amount. Like just a few of them. Okay, now we are hitting a few out of order. So my guess is on my unboxing of this, which was quite a while ago, which is why I don't know. I have pulled out colours left, right and centre. But it's fine. We have the DMC numbers on them, so we can get them all away. 387. Oh, it does look like I've just pulled a few out and then put them back in. Ooh, nearly missed you. You can get back in. 3842. Some of these colours, I mean, there's a lot of blue. A lot of sort of dark blue. There's no 310 in this picture. So it is the 939 that's the dark colour. But it is the dark colours that make colours like this just pop when surrounded by black. And that's what I'm excited for. Plus, it feels like, apart from doing Walking in the Rain, it feels like ages since I've done a large square painting. And that's because I don't think I've kitted up a large square painting this year. I think by the time I have finished one this year, but I haven't kitted one up this year. I started using my decision wheel once I got through my backlog of paintings that I had kitted up after December Waffle. I started using my decision wheel, and it has basically picked small paintings all the way along. And like oldest one in my stash and things like that. So I've done quite a few from my stash that I've had for a very long time. But considering large square paintings is what I have the most of, I haven't been able to get them down. But it's okay. We have hit that point in the decision wheel, and I will reset the decision wheel, and then I think what I might do as my sort of mini rule with the decision wheel, because my thought was at first I was just going to reset it every time and just let it randomly pick, but I think because of the amount of square paintings, large square paintings that I do have, I think every time it picks a large square painting, then I'm going to reset it. So it'll always be sort of the type of painting I do before my wheels reset. So if it picks it first time next time, then my whole wheel will get reset and square painting is back in the mix. But if it picks to do a small square or a round, then I will leave the round or the small square blacked out. And therefore the chances of it picking a square will be increased. I think that's the fairest way to do it. Right, I've definitely had these out because we are no way in order anymore. We are not in any sort of order. But that's okay. They're all going in and I have DMC numbers for them all. Imagine that surrounded by that. Just makes it pop out so much more. And this orange, this next orange, is going to be awesome surrounded by navy. It's just going to go boom. See me in my colour. I'm surrounded by darkness, you can only see me. You tell it's later on in the evening when I'm kidding this up. I'm just so excited because I love kidding up a new painting. It's the best time. It's the best time. I even think kitting up and getting a new one is more exciting than finishing one. Though finishing one is exciting. This is just the best. And I've just got so many exciting ones that I'm itching to do. But hey, I'm at least going to finish one painting in June. So maybe if I work on this one in the background, I can maybe finish it in July. Or maybe not. Let's see how the summer goes. Okay, 823. That's a darker one. But we should be able to get all this in. Going by the weights. So it does actually say the weights on this bag. So this one says 12.45. Knowing that 5200 AB was higher than that and very nearly fit into it, I know I'm good for this one. Right, got a little bit of static on this. Let's see if you're going to behave. A little bit. A few of them are trying to run for the hills, but I always get extras. So if they're going to continue to be a pain, then they don't get to go on a pretty diamond painting. Sometimes you have to be like a mum to your children, to your diamonds, and tell them straight. Behave yourself or you're not going on the diamond painting. Because I am not fighting with you too much. I will just put you in the bin. Never to be seen again. Let me get those two off the desk. 2 jumping jackrabbits. Right, 799. So quite a few different shades of blue, which will be all nice sort of mixed in as little gradients and little pops of colour within the rest. That was me. I've just dampened this finger to pick them up and then went to pick them up with that finger. Rookie mistake. Right, I did notice that 820 has 2. So I'm going to grab that out of the bag before I end up missing it. Because that's got 19 grams for each one. So they are not going to both fit in the same tub. But that's okay. We have extra bottles. Is this as many as the white? I think it is. It is. We're going to need 2. So let's just go nowhere near overfilling and just accept that we need 2 bottles to put the rest in. Let me get hold of the second one. Fill it up to a nice level. When I do come to needing more of this colour in my painting, I will just swap the lids on my bottles and continue on with my nice, fresh, filled up bottle. Are you coming out or are you going in the bin? You're coming out. 3 in the tray. And where did I hide my labels? So we've got 820 times 2. 820. 820. Okay. Clear off my desk. I do like to clear off my desk a little bit as I go. Just makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. When things start being able to be tidied away because I finish with them, it's like a mini sense of achievement for me. Now, I do have a funnel if I found that I was being even more clumsy than I am now. But if you do have static with diamonds, sometimes, again, depends on the level of static, because static can, in effect, be made worse by transferring from plastic to plastic. Going down a plastic funnel chute can also potentially cause problems. So unless I'm having a really clumsy day where I am throwing diamonds all over the place, which, don't get me wrong, I've done it, but I'm not doing it to the point of annoying myself. I am just gonna keep ploughing on like this and hopefully getting diamonds in the bottles. I think I'm going to need another one for this. Yep. They are not all going to fit in for 550. So we've got lots of purple, purples, blues, ABs, all the pretty colours. So let's pop in the rest of those. Get my stickers. Oh look, we're on to purple stickers. I'm not bothering about coordinating my stickers for these. As long as I know what colour it is for when I run out, then that's the main thing. I don't think I had any more bags of 939 by the looks of it, but I am going to get to the end before I do that one, just because otherwise I'm tempting fate. And I've obviously tempted fate with the funnel talk because that was all me. Okay, 150. I think I'm getting eager because it's getting near the end. I'm tipping them in a bit quicker and it means that I'm making more mess. I need to behave myself. It's because the end is in sight. Right, I'm definitely going to need another one for this because this one is over 20 grams and the last one was 18 or 19 point something and it needed a second bottle. I think you'll find that the smaller bottles hold about 10 grams-ish of diamonds, whereas these ones will hold nearer 15 or so, maybe a bit more. I don't know the exact figures, but it definitely holds more. So 154, that actually works quite well as well because I've got 3 bags of 939. They all have more than 20 grams, which means I am going to need at least 3 extra bottles, possibly, if not more. And by kitting up these other ones first, I can put all my 939s together on that second row. Saves me hunting for them. Right, this has got 13 grams, so this should all fit in. Now, I don't know if the weight written on them is the weight exactly, or whether it's the weight and then they give an extra allowance. I don't know, because it does depend by manufacturer. But I've definitely got 13.05 into one bottle, which is more than the 10 grams that the small ones take. Three, two, one. That'll go nice with that 666 AB. 315. Not many more. Then I get to prep my canvas, which is another favourite part of mine. Oh, makes me wonder if I should do the whole of the canvas. Though I know I have one cover paper that will look amazing on it. I don't know if I'll have enough. Well, I definitely won't have enough for the whole painting. But it can be, when I'm working on it on my drafting table and I'm working on it night after night, and I'm doing quite a lot each evening, it can get annoying getting up to put it on my table to sort of rejig my cover paper. So it would be kind of nice to cover the whole thing first straight off. The main reason I don't is because I move it about from my drafting table to my desk to do a whip and chat. That doesn't mean I can't do a whip and chat and just lay it flat if I have to for that week, for the sake of being able to cover paper the whole thing. Let me see how many sheets of cover paper it's going to take first. Right, 939 is the last one, so I know I'm going to need a few bottles for this. So I am just going to go for 3 to start off with, though I may need a 4th. Well, I say 3 extras, just in case you're looking and saying you've already got 4 bottles out. Yes, I have already got 4 bottles out. But I don't count the one that's been designated for this colour already. I'm counting the extras. Now you need to count with me a bit like Count Dracula. 1. 1 done. 2. Oh yeah, I think we're going to need another one. Looking at the way this is going and how close this is to being full to the tippy top, which is a little bit off but not loads, I'm going to grab an extra one out. Because I find if they're too full, if they're like full right to the tip, which I will do if it involves me not having to put like 20 diamonds in the bottom of another bottle. But if I have the choice, I like that bit of breathing room, because I do find that if I have that bit of breathing room, when I go to tip them into my tray, I don't automatically tip far too many into my tray, which is what I do if they're too full. It's like you go to tip it, but you can't quite get the angle to get it close to your tray, which means you send them flying everywhere. Okay, only 3 escaped. I thought more than 3 escaped onto my desk then. But I'll take 3. Don't need that bit of trash though. Okay, 939. 939. And we have 4, but we have everything in the case, which is always good. And I've only just de-kitted out of my other pretty case, so it is nice to change my case up a little bit, even if it is just black. Bobbing my scissors and stuff away that I've had out, tweezers, pen, etc., because now is the fun part. So this is where it's like, how much cover paper is it going to take? So I used just over 2 full packs for my June waffle painting, which is smaller than this. So if I get out this drawer, is it in this drawer? Oh no, I might have put it in the next one as a themed set. So just in case you're wondering, I have these, which are actually, these are from Home Bargains in the UK, £2.99, classed as like a little, they've got like a photograph on it, like a makeup type of drawer. And at the minute I've got a couple of them. I do want to transfer my themed ones into our cover paper holders so that my themed sets are together, like in proper groupings, because I'm pretty sure these fit in as well. Ah, close. Close, but not, like they'd fit in flat for definite. But I want to have like a lineup. I've got a shelf just above my desk that is actually the perfect height for these. This has got my old cover paper in it. But I want to have up there a line of the passport covers, but themed. So I would have Halloween in one, maybe in the purple or the orange one, and I would have Christmas in one, St. Patrick's Day in the lime green, Easter in a pastel-y colour, you know, sort of theme up some of the more seasonal ones that work at certain times and don't. But this is the paper that I was thinking of for this, because there is a lot of red and blue. I'm going to keep that one out as well as a potential, because I think I am going to do a mixture and cover the whole lot. I've also got that one which is red. That is in the limited edition toolkit bundle. I don't think that one goes though. Oh, do we go for some black and white circles, or are they a bit... I feel like they're the most, I don't think flower, like I know they're flowers, but I don't feel like they're full in your face flowers as much. Have I got any others that sort of scream out? Oh, doodles might go better. Let's go for doodles. Question is, how many am I going to need? So I'm going to go for it needing, the 4, and if we need a 5th, we'll figure it out. Now, I like to start diamond painting across the bottom, but then I reckon there will be a time when I'll need to turn it around, and rather than turn it upside down, I'll turn it on its side. So like I'll get about halfway and then I'll just go that way. Just to be different. So let's lay out, before I take the covers off, I like to test which way is the best way to have my cover paper, because I don't mind which way it is. It's either across on its side across this way, or I do it upright this way. So I do like an overlap because that then allows me to mess about with sizing, you know, like when I'm doing a section, I've got room to move about, and maybe I'll uncover a bigger section, but then stop before it's finished, and I like to shuffle my cover papers over. So actually that works quite well for 6, 8, and that works even better because 8 across there is half a pack of our cover paper, which is good. So which order do I like them in though? So if I did that one, that one, that one, and then went for some colour maybe? What do we think? And I should have enough because I actually can do this twice. So yeah, I should have enough to go all the way up to the tippy top. So the question is, do I go in this order? I think I might do, but I am going to change up sort of which end I start. I'm going to start at my top ends because this is the part I will be doing last. But I am going to turn it round for my sanity's sake. I've been able to actually access it because I'm short and this table's quite deep. So I'm going to be starting from that end. So I want that overlap, but the line I like to get straight is this first line because I'm working from the bottom primarily, and I will change the side at some point, but because I'm working from the bottom, I want this line straight. So as I'm taking this line off, it will all level up as I'm putting my diamonds down. So I'm just grabbing a piece of each, making sure that edge is all lined up and the rest can sort itself out. But I want it to match up with the diamond line, well, just above the diamond line, because I want to be able to place my diamonds down and not feel like the cover paper is in the way. And actually I can probably overlap it more than I have done, but that's okay. We will just have a bit more of an overlap there, and the next row I'll overlap it a bit more. And I'm moving this down bit by bit so that I don't make a mess. Grab my next 8, line it up just a little bit of an overlap and find my nice line, which is there. And again, follow the line across, making sure that I'm leaving room to place diamonds. Actually, after finishing that Aura Lower painting, which is the painting that I've last worked on, I haven't worked on a Paint Gen Mini or Walking in the Rain since I finished that Aura Lower. The squares look very small. Squares look very, very small, but it's okay. They do take longer, they are smaller. It just sometimes surprises me, especially after doing a round painting, how fractions of a millimetre can make such a difference. Okay, that's those 4 done, or 8 done. Let's grab my next lot. And again, I'm still just figuring out a nice overlap, but getting my, that's probably too much. We'll go there. Get myself a nice line, and by taking this time now, to line these up across this edge will be so much nicer for me when it comes to diamond painting. I won't have to, you know, pick up the one above it and readjust it, and pick up the one to the left of it and readjust it, and potentially move the one to the right and readjust it. So it's worth it for the extra little bit of time it takes to just line these up. Oh. Obviously, I've used this pack before and I'm a bit lopsided with my numbers. Yeah, because that's got less on that side. That, or I've got more because I've made a mistake when cutting it or something. Maybe I've given myself some extras, who knows? And here we go, the one I knew from the beginning that I wanted. It's all that red and blue that shines out. So I'll do this one and then I will turn it over or turn it round and we can finish up the bottom. But if I give myself that nice bit of overlap as well, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, have I, you know, overlapped it too much if I've cut it really fine at this end. By having a nice big overlap, if anything, I'm going to have smaller spaces at the far end to start with, like I did on that top row. In fact, I have done on most of these rows. Okay, they're my first 4. Ah, they look pretty. I like them anyway. Right, let's go for the next. And I'm actually going to start on this other end now, just to be awkward. So I want this one. It will vary up where my small section is anyway. This one. I'm still doing the same line though, same part that I want lined up. I'm just doing it in a different way because I'm doing it from a different angle. That looks good. It's lined up all the way across here. Cover up that sticky. It's going to look so good on my drafting table as well. Right, now I want red again. Doesn't have a name for this one. About there. So I am going to get away with... no, we'll stick with the standard amounts. And then I'll just work differently when I start working from the bottom, I think. Which I'll show you in a moment. How I'm likely to start diamond painting by the time I've got everything lined up. But if you test which way your cover paper's going first, whether you do in one row or whether you decide to do like cover the whole painting. Okay, let's take that off. Get rid of that bad boy. Yeah, it's quite nice to sort of test and line up which way up you want it, because at the end of the day you're still doing the same amount of diamonds, you're just doing them a different way up. Now for this one I am going to end up with a sort of small sliver at the bottom. 4 has definitely ended up being enough. In fact, I have more of these, don't I? No, I'm not changing it. I was going to see because that would cover it. So I could go up that way. But then I feel like I should have done that with fireworks, but I haven't got enough to do that with fireworks. Do you know what though? I am going to do it because now I've held it up, I'm like, that's actually really nice. So I am going to take care on this bottom row of getting my line of diamonds straight for this piece. Now it may be that when I get to this point I actually take both of them off and this other one being lined up doesn't matter, But while it's my first row, I'm going to pay attention to this because I've got nothing else further down I need to pay attention to. I do have a few extra sheets of this. My guess is I've had some sheets that either I've cut wrong or has ended up with a printer mark on it that hasn't been fit for sale. In fact, yeah, one of these is an example one that's got a printer mark, a mark within the paper. So I've obviously given myself those extra damaged sheets and just pop them in with my stuff. Because why not? You've got to have a perk, have you not? And it's worked out well for this. What I was going to do if I did run out of these sheets was I was just going to grab a few firework and do some firework across here. But I like it. I like it. It's very stripy. It's very different. But I do know how many sections I have. I do have now, of course, a few empty or part empty cover papers. And what I do is I actually store these all together just in front of these drawers, which are on my shelf. I store them just in front of it, which is actually right behind me when I'm on my drafting table. So as soon as I've finished diamond painting for the evening and move my coffee cup and whatever else snacks I may have, I then pop my cover paper away straight away into its little sleeves, and it keeps it nice. But yeah, when I start this one, I think what I'm going to, well, I am now because I've changed the cover paper way. I'm just going to do like a fatter strip and then do thinner ones as I go up. And I will choose whether I want to take off 1, 2 or 3. Quite often, as you may have seen on some recent Whip and Waffles, like I will uncover 3, but I will still start from here. And like all these blues, this letter A blue, which is a darker one, and these purples and these reds actually don't end up all the way over here. So sometimes if it's only a small amount, I will actually move this cover paper up, and that's why I like sort of a buffer, a nice overlap on it, is sometimes I'll move them up. And sometimes I will just pop a piece back, and sort of it will cover, it'll have somewhere to stick, and then the diamonds that I have completed that are the reds and stuff will just sit under it. And if I haven't got enough room to make it stick and I don't have enough room to pull this one over, then I will actually pull this one further back and then stick this one over, so it's got enough sticky to grab it, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. But anyway, it is kitted up, it is ready to go. I have actually filmed this, well, when I filmed this video, it was very shortly after finishing all the lower because, as I said, I get excited for kitting up a video. I might do a little bit on it, but I'm going to try and wait to sort of go full flow until this video's up. But I don't know, I might not, who knows. Anyway, it's done. I have a project during June Waffle. I will nowhere near get as completed as June Waffle, but you never know. In fact, place your bets now. No prizes, no money exchanged, but place your bets. Which level of cover paper am I going to be on by the time we go for the first Sunday Whip and Waffle in July? Am I going to have hit the fireworks? Second row doodle? Anyway, place your guesses down below, and it'll be quite fun to sort of maybe look back on some of those and see if I am anywhere close to completing. Do not forget, this has a lot of confetti. But anyway, I'll let you place your bets of how much of this I will get done in the month of June. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.